I got it. I'm recorded.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for being patient with our technical difficulties, but we are ready and up and running, and I'm super excited to come to you live tonight with our second call of November. And the biggest thing I want you to do is just sit back and really have an open heart and an open mind as to what you personally need to do to take on this subject of finding your dream team, prospecting, having a heart for adding people to your organization, and really knowing what that responsibility means and how you do it. My name is Teri Fischer. I'm a National Vice President from California, for those of you coming in live, and also on our team that have not met me or don't know me yet. A little bit about my background. I've been in Arbonne for 11 years. I was a policeman. I didn't know anything about network marketing or selling Arbonne, but I did have a big why and a big dream. So let's jump right into tonight's call, and it's called Finding Your Dream Team. It's being out there on purpose to find those people that you want to walk along and come alongside you and build this business and share who we are in Arbonne, what we have for other people, and then having them and helping them pay that forward. So three things I want to start with is who do you have in your mind or on your heart that you want to share this opportunity with, or that you think might be a good fit for you, or someone that you want to join your team? So who? Why? Why would they be a good fit? Why would they be a great addition to your Arbonne team? Why would they also be a great ambassador for Arbonne? Because I think, you guys, I think it's really important to put those things into perspective. Like, you know, you want to have someone that would be awesome and has a big why, but also why would they be good for this business, and why would they be good to be an ambassador for Arbonne and who we are, you guys? Because we need to be looking for good ambassadors, right? We need to be looking for those people that are going to represent our brand and are willing to learn and grow in that. And then do they have all the qualities that it takes, but also do they have a need big enough that they're going to want to stick through some of the tough times? And you guys, let's be honest, there are tough times in this business, just like anything in life. We come along roadblocks and stumbles and things like that. But what we're here to do is to share with you that as long as you have the resources, as long as you have the resilience, and also what your response is when you come across those roadblocks or things that might be tough for you, those are the things that are going to hold you to, you know, the commitment of, I started my Arbonne business because A, B, and C, whatever your why is. So, so who, why, and do. And then number 1, 2, and 3 would be resilience. Number 2, resources. And number 3, responses. So you guys, at the end of the day, resilience, it's basically being in it to win it. It's being in it when it's tough, being in it in the low times, right? And you guys, I am getting to building your dream team, but these are some of the things that you have to have and work on and just be confident in. You know, being in it even when it seems hard or tough, or you feel like you're walking in quicksand, because you may be a lone consultant on your team that haven't sponsored their first ACE yet, or someone that's going to say yes to this business. Resources, you guys, this call that we're on tonight is a resource. It's a tool. It's a tool that we have. We have book clubs. We have all these different resources. And I want you to really sit back and think about the amounts of calls and training resources, people that are getting on Arbonne ICC, the Independent Consultant page, where they're sending trainings to you on a weekly basis, you guys. Those are resources, and they're needed in this business. So are you plugging into those resources, and are you utilizing them to actually propel you and give you wind beneath your wings? Sometimes we need a little bit of extra draft, right? And then responses. What are your responses to the no's, the no-shows? You share this business with someone who you think would be your number 1 person on your dream team list, and they're a no, or maybe they're just not sure, or maybe they don't have the response that you had. So we have to manage our responses, and we also have to understand how to manage people's responses to us, right? So think about all those things. These are all things that we're constantly working on and jockeying. You guys, some of the reach out methods that we have in Arbonne: parties, workshops, classes, presentations, shows, whatever you call them. It's a group presentation where more than one person gets together with you and listens to the Arbonne opportunity, the products, and the business, right? And the culture. One-on-ones, coffee dates, out and about. My favorite way to prospect and to find people on my dream team is being out and about. It's just a gift that I have. We all have our gifts. Some people are rock star party givers. Some people are, you know, the coffee date queens or whatever you want to call them, or kings. But at the end of the day, we all have our favorites. But I want you to know that the favorites are there and they're easy. But you guys, that's our comfort zone. Out and about's my comfort zone. The other stuff is not necessarily my comfort zone. Doing parties is not my comfort zone, not my favorite thing. Do I do them? Yes. Do I do them well? Yes. Do I sponsor people and do I sell product? Yes. Not my favorite thing, but I have to do the things that are that are the most uncomfortable. So I want you to know that our comfort zone is a lie. It's really not a comfort zone. If we're staying in our comfort zone, we're really truly uncomfortable, because we're not getting out and reaching for the things that we need to do in our business. We're not reaching out and doing the things that are possible for us to grow our business, to grow our team, to grow our paycheck, to grow our vision. Because as those things grow, our vision grows, right? The hope and the possibility of what Arbonne can be for us and what it can be for our team, for our family, for our future, our kids, our legacy grows. So you have to think about that. Referrals. How many of you ask for referrals? Do you actively get on and ask for referrals to your clients, preferred clients? Maybe someone that said no to you, but maybe they don't want to, or maybe they're not interested, but who do you know? Who do you know? PCs, great resource. Are you reaching out to them and following up with them, trying to get them to maybe listen to an opportunity presentation, maybe trying a different catalog group, product group in our catalog? If you have someone that's just RE9, 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 are you exposing them to nutrition and then exposing them to the broader picture of what Arbonne is, you guys, and samples? We all sample people. We want to make sure we're following up with them, because that sample pack, you guys, I was given a sample pack and a sea salt scrub. I was never, ever offered the business opportunity. She wanted me to be a client. She assumed I would buy a lot of products. She never offered me the gift of Arbonne. Have you ever assumed that someone doesn't need Arbonne, you guys? I'm a national vice president. I was never asked, have you ever thought about doing something like this? Would you be interested in the Arbonne opportunity? Would you be interested in joining my team? I was never asked those questions, because she made an assumption based upon what she saw on the outside. So you guys, finding your dream team is not only listening to, I'm screaming, I need Arbonne, I need more income, I need more time, I'm stressed, I want to be with my kids more, my husband is overworked. All of those things are all I need Arbonne. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's the person that we least expect that needs this business, that we assumed doesn't want to hear from us about Arbonne, that needs it the most, you guys. And I'm living proof of that. So just know you need to offer that. And I want to share with you a couple things before I get into the meat of my training and share some more things with you. But I want to talk about some of my direct district managers, area managers, and regional vice presidents, how I met them. Amy Martinez is a regional vice president. I met her in a baby clothing store. That's how we met. Teri, she was Teri Wilson, executive regional vice president on my team. We actually knew each other before. You guys, I was afraid to reach out to Teri Wilson because we had not spoken in several years. And my husband was the one that was a catalyst to that. But if I had not offered her the opportunity, she would not have the ability to be home with her kids and be living the life that she is. And she's on her way to national vice president. Jen, a brand new gal, was not direct to me. She came to a Mama Zamocas I was hosting for someone else, but I saw something in her and I shared that with her. I was open. I'm like, you would be amazing. The passion that you have and the information and the knowledge that you have would be great for this business. She's a new district manager. You guys, Shannon, she worked for my husband. He's like, she would be really great. You should reach out to her and ask her to do the Arbonne opportunity. And she was a great consultant for a long time. She just promoted to district manager. Christy Muma, I met her at a career fair at our church. You know what I mean? Like, these are places that you wouldn't ordinarily think you could find an Arbonne independent consultant to join your team that would stick and do the work that's required. Irma Espinoza, I met her at the gym. Katie, she was a referral from a friend. And Alyssa, she was a party guest. You guys, I did meet and sponsor someone at a party. I know. It's a surprise for Teri Fischer, but at the end of the day, you guys, every single day we walk around, we need to be thinking, am I sharing the Arbonne story? Am I being an ambassador for Arbonne? And so it's not like you sit there and focus on every single person that you meet. How am I going to bring Arbonne up into this conversation, you guys? If we have our listening ears on and we're really listening to what people are sharing with us, even in normal conversation, even with a stranger, they're going to give you indications that you can weave Arbonne into the fabric of that conversation. But are you doing that? And they talk about, I mean, Mel Robbins, she's our GTC guest speaker. And at the end of the day, you guys, she talks about the 5-second rule. And we taught that as soon as that feeling, that warm feeling in your heart and that gut where we talk about where is your heart pounding really, really fast, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you share it. Let them decide. You guys, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you share. You open it up for discussion. But if we don't do that, it's not going to open the door for us to share. And maybe it's a no. Maybe they think we're weird or they look at us like we have 3 heads. But at the end of the day, we've shared it and we've planted a seed. You guys, they say it's 3, 4, 5, 6 exposures to Arbonne before someone really catches the vision and is willing to listen to the opportunity. But there are people that actually listen and take on, you know, Arbonne the very first time. So I want to talk about this Lego analogy. And I love this analogy because you think about really big Legos. Remember, they used to always be really, really small, and some bright person in the Lego world decided they want to make big building blocks, right? So the Legos got really big. But all of those pieces, you know, join together. And if you just simultaneously continue to build and brick by brick and Lego by Lego, continue to build your team on a strong foundation of Arbonne is the way that I am building a legacy for my family. And I just need to find like-minded people like me that want to change the course of their future, that have a passion for helping other people. And you guys, not every single person joins a business like ours because of money. So if you're constantly talking about the income that you can earn in Arbonne, that might not be a trigger for someone. It might be that they want more time. It might be that they want to be with their kids. I kind of joke sometimes and say, I can either help you be with your kids more or help you get away from them and be around adult conversations sometimes, because there's a lot of moms that are with their kids 24/7 and they just want to be around adults. So are you listening? That is a big key. You have to be listening. So with that Lego analogy, it's a set of skills, right? Legos aren't easy anymore. I can't build Legos. I get all those little pieces and stuff like that. It drives me insane. So that's kind of like the party for me. But if you're like a lover of parties and giving parties, make that your strong way to go out and share the Arbonne opportunity. We talked about resilience. Resilience helps you withstand the tough and the hard. You guys, here's the thing. We have to be the proof. We have to plug in. We have to do the do. This call right now is a tool for you to go out and use something and be brave to share the opportunity with someone else. So are you going to use this tool? And you guys, Beth Gallardi, I'm sitting here looking at Beth. Her face is on here. I'm not on like this, you know, where I can see everybody's faces. But like, imagine if she had not said yes to this opportunity. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have the team that I have, and I wouldn't have been able to give this away. I wouldn't have the friendships that I have, and etc. But at the end of the day, like sometimes I think we let go too soon of someone who we know would be amazing at this business, or who would be a rock star, who really needs it, because simply because they said no, or they're not ready to hear what we have to say. And as soon as we share the opportunity with someone and they say no, or maybe they rebuff us a little bit, we drop them. You guys, continue to drip on and love on that person. They will come around. Some will be yes right away. Some will be no, not now. No is usually no, not now, but not ever. There's so many people that come into this business. So you guys, being able to say, these are the people on my dream team, these are the people I want to share this with, I'm going to get them into an open forum where I can tell them why I think they would be amazing on my team, why they would be an asset to Arbonne, to become an Arbonne ambassador for the brand and our company and our culture, and then let them decide. You guys, when we do this and we continue to survive in this business when it's hard and people say no, guess what happens? We thrive in that environment. And, you know, it doesn't take 1,000 people. It takes a select few that decide to grab onto this opportunity. And those are the people that you handpick. We get to handpick people to join this business and join our team. But are you willing to go out on a limb and ask those people? Are you willing to go out on a limb and talk about the Arbonne opportunity, talk about the gift that it's given to you? And you could be a brand new consultant or someone who's been in for 10 years, it doesn't matter. There was a spark that was ignited in you when you heard this business, and you were so excited at the hope of what it could mean for you and your family and your situation. So are you out there going out and giving that away to other people? And you guys, sometimes going out and sharing and asking your dream team and getting the no's can be hard. It can be kind of rough a little bit because you're like, are they saying no to me? Are they saying no to Arbonne? You guys, a no when you offer someone the opportunity or Arbonne is not a no to you. It's not a no to Beth Ghilardi. It's not a no to Teri Fischer. It's actually just a no, maybe to the unknown. Maybe they need more information. Are you asking other questions? So you guys don't get hung up on the hard. And also too, guess what, you guys? I just want to read this really quickly. Don't take it personal, but also know that we are adding value to someone else's life. You guys, if you are on this call and you're in Arbonne and you've offered it to one person, know that you have given someone something to think about. You guys, never ever make excuses. I am proud to say I'm an Arbonne independent consultant, and I want people to hear that, and I want them to join in so that they can go out and reach people that I would never be able to meet. And that's what being feisty and being on purpose of building your dream team. Also too, you guys, you get to choose your response when you have someone that you said, I'd really love to sit down with you for 30 minutes and just explain what I'm doing. I want you to understand what I'm doing, especially if you're new. Like, I would love for you to hear what I'm doing so you can support me, but also too, just so you know what it's all about. You guys, and then choose the response that you give when they may not be ready to just jump in and like, say, okay, oh my gosh, I want to be a consultant with you. You know what I mean? That, like, we have to choose our response. I think sometimes we go into things expecting the worst. Like, if I saw Beth and I was watching Beth and I was hearing Beth and she was screaming Arbonne over and over and over, and I knew that I could give her a different result in her life, but I was so concerned about what she would say, and I was convinced that she would say no, so I say nothing. That's not fair to Beth and what could be possible for her in Arbonne, but it's also not fair to me in the sense of I could have someone amazing that I could give this a gift away to, and I was simply more focused on myself than that other person. So you guys, don't always assume the worst. And you guys, here's the thing too. It's our responsibility when someone says no, or maybe they don't join our team, or that phantom consultant that joins your team and they're going to be a national vice president in 2 days, and then you never hear from them again. You think, did I really meet that person? Or did that person really meet me for coffee? I want you to know that that's the time when we need to press in the most. We need to lean into that, and we need to expand our connections. We need to go, okay, that's not the person that was supposed to join my team right now. Who's my next person? You guys, I have a gal on my team that she had wanted to share this business in the very beginning of her business with a physician's assistant, but she thought, she's a physician's assistant. Why would she want to do Arbonne? And so now she's been in Arbonne 5 or 6 months. If you're on the call, you know who you are. And she's like, she shared it with her and she goes, why didn't you share it with me? I would have done it with you then. So she's joining her team, but we hold ourselves back because we assume and we place assumptions on someone else based upon what our own reservations are. You guys, be willing to be bold and go out there and share this. Some say yes, some say no. We have to say next. But you guys, we're stifling people's dreams and needs because we are worried about what they're going to say. So you guys, believe you're capable of building a team. Believe you're able and capable of going out and sharing the Arbonne opportunity. You guys, Jerry Rosenthal always says, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Even if you jumble up your words and maybe you forget something, if you can strike a chord in someone to give them hope, to give them an outlook of that they may have choices and freedom and flexibility in their life, maybe for the first time ever for them and their spouse and their kids. Maybe they're just starting out in just the corporate world. For them to understand that they have the ability to choose what it is they do or don't do. Guess what, you guys? That's because you were bold enough to go out and share with them the Arbonne opportunity. You guys, I want you to know, I was thinking about this the other day, and this is kind of a side note, but I am so proud to say to someone that I'm an Arbonne consultant. that I help people build dreams. And I had the opportunity to do that flying from California to Tennessee. I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee right now. For a person that's not connected to me anyway in Arbonne, except for we're sideline national vice presidents, but she's one of my dearest friends. I'm here to see her celebrate her marriage and her future. I wouldn't have that. But my point is that we have to be willing and capable and know that what we have is amazing, and the person we're sharing it with can either say yes or no, but at the end of the day, we've given them hope and an option. And you guys, here's the thing too. If you're on this call and you're learning maybe 2 or 3 words that'll help you go out and share it with the next person, you guys, this call and training calls and things that you're given to and things that you go to in events, that is armament for you to go out and put that armor on and say, I have something amazing and I want to find people that want to join me in this quest to help the world be a healthier, happier, more, vibrant place. That's what we are in Arbonne. So you guys, this training is a little pad in your armor to go out and give you a little bit of strength and belief that you can go out and you can sponsor that next ace or that next business builder. And you guys, honestly, sometimes the aces come deep within our organization, but that's still a part of your dream team. So identify those people. And you guys, strength comes from within. You have to be bold. You have to be bold in everything. I want you to think about what you say to your children. You breathe life into your children all the time. Breathe life into yourself. Look into the mirror and say, I am an ambassador for Arbonne. I know what I have to offer other people, and I just have to be bold enough and brave enough to go out and share it and find those people that are like me that want to go out and make a difference for themselves, but also for other people. You guys, it's one thing to take this business and run with it. It's a whole nother ball game when you give it away. So that dream team, it may be someone you don't know yet, but as soon as you meet that person and you know that's someone you want to share it with, don't think about the outcome. Think about what's possible. Because at the end of the day, I think thinking about the outcome and thinking the worst stifles us, and it doesn't do anybody any good. And that leads me to avoid expecting the worst. I think I talked about that. Talk to yourself. Don't listen to the voices in your head. The voices in your head lie. Talk to yourself. You're a business builder magnet. People want what you have. People want to be a part of this amazing business and culture. Practice self-care and self-development. You guys, self-care and self-development are crucial. We have to be constantly striving to be better. We have to be constantly striving to be more smart and into, maybe it's product knowledge. Maybe you feel a little bit weak in product knowledge. You guys, that's self-care and self-development. It's going in and going after the things that you're the most weakest in so you can go out and be an ambassador and strengthen that. And that leads me to self-discovery. You guys, we have to be willing to look in the mirror, or when we're talking to our sponsor or upline VP, and be transparent and say, you know what? I can do better. I'm not doing some of these things for fear of A, B, and C. I'm not doing some of these things because I feel complacent. I'm not doing some of these things because whatever, a crack in my beliefs. You guys, self-discovery, if you're willing to look in the mirror and say, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. I have to decide. I don't have to look a certain way. I don't have to talk a certain way. I don't have to be like anybody else in Arbonne. I can be me. And if I speak with truth and belief, and I really truly know that Arbonne is the way for my future and really truly is powerful, you're going to want to give it away to anyone and everyone that you care about that comes across your path. So you guys, self-discovery. I want you guys to all look in the mirror when you get off, and I want you to say one thing to yourself that's amazing and one thing to yourself that you can improve on. And every time you need to look at that thing that you need to improve on and you work on it, tell someone that you trust. And then that one thing that's amazing, say, I am a warrior, but I really need to work on this. Preface it with what you're amazing at, and then follow it up with what do I need to work on most, okay? Practice gratitude. Be grateful for where you are. If you have a $200 paycheck, that's $200 you didn't have before Arbonne. Practice gratitude. Be grateful, because being grateful and having a grateful heart opens you up to the possibility of having someone else come in and be so grateful for a $200 paycheck. I love this. Practice gratitude. Scars, this, you guys write this down. Scars are necessary for us to grow, and they help us to push ourselves to greatness. Scars are necessary for us to grow and to help us push ourselves to greatness. You guys, it's in the valleys, and when people say no, we have no shows and no one wants to book and we've made all these calls and stuff like that, that's when the magic happens. Because you decide to dig in and say, you know what, I am going to find those 5 to 10, people that want to join my team. And here's this, and this comes back to resilience, and I want to call it resolve. Everything was kind of focused on RE, but you have to have the resolve that nothing can destroy or stop you. Nothing can destroy or stop me in Arbonne. Don't let the trials or the ugliness get you down. And you might be thinking, gosh, that's so negative. But you guys, we get a lot of that in Arbonne. Because think about it. We have hundreds of people we get in front of a year. And many of them never even look at it a second time. And we take that personal and we feel like, oh my gosh, but you guys, the trials or the ugliness results in the beauty that happens when we stick with it. You guys, you don't need 1 million people. You don't need 5,000 people. You need a select few that you looked at and really wanted to join your team. You guys, we can be selective in this business. We get to pick and choose who we partner with. Being here in Heidi-ness and around all the friends that I've made in this 11 years that I've been in Arbonne, you guys, these are amazing people that love on and pour into each other. We have that in our organizations as well. But at the end of the day, you guys, that's the beauty that comes out of the trials and the ugliness. You guys, every single one of us, if they've been in this business a year, 6 months to a year or more, have had people quit. We've had parties cancel. We've had people say no. But we also have those select few that we've pinpointed as the dream makers, the people that have grabbed on to what is possible in this business. And I was, I'm trying to think, I was in the back seat of a car, I don't know, yesterday or whatever. I think it was Becky. And she was like, I had this district manager retreat, and there was just this one girl that stood out to me that just soaked up every single word of what we were saying. And, that's that person. That one person is the catalyst to building a whole nother leg and a whole nother team. And you guys, it doesn't matter if you're day 1 in Arbonne, if you're day 50 or year 10, you have to find the ability to go out and offer this. And the dream team, you might be thinking a dream team, yeah, it's very important in the very beginning of your business to build a dream team. It's very important to think about the people in your life that will support you, that would be good at this, that are like-minded, that are passionate about health and wellness, that are passionate about helping and serving and caring about other people. That is crucial in the beginning of your business. We all hear that dream team thing. But you guys, even at year 11, I'm looking for people that are a part of my dream of building this so big, and that's my dream team. You see them. You walk alongside them in life every day. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to us having resilience, using the resources, using the tools that are provided to us, and then going out and just monitoring our response. Because at the end of the day, it's the Arbonne story, the Arbonne products, and the Arbonne business. Who do you want on your dream team? Who crossed your mind today? Who have you left off that list? Or if you go back to your original list and there's people that you skimmed over because you were worried about what their response would be, or they're going to say no. You guys, what if that person was just like me? What if that person was having to face the fact that she was going to have to go back to work full time and leave her 11 and 15-year-old daughter at home in the afternoon because her husband works 60 to 75 hours a week? What if that person is waiting for you to be brave enough to say, you know what? I have something that might give you options. Because Anique Dean, an NVP in Canada, said this at an area retreat that we went to. She said, balance comes from choices. We all like, oh, we want a balanced life like a yogi or whatever the case may be. You know, that's kind of, funny in a way. But life is busy and crazy. We have kids and we have jobs and we have school and we have activities and all those things. But at the end of the day, she said, balance comes from choices. And many people in this life walk around with no choices. They have to get up, they have to go to work, they have to dress their kids if they have them, they have to make their lunches, drop them off at daycare, go to work all day, they get off, they rush in rush hour traffic, they pick up their kids, they go home, they make bed, they maybe get homework in or throw it together, they throw them in bed and they lay down, they're like, oh my gosh, I have to do that again. Those aren't choices, you guys. So balance comes from choices. And what I can tell you is, with my experience and what I've been able to accomplish in this business, is that Arbonne gives you choices. And when you have choices, you can find the balance that you've been seeking. And if you've been someone that has a little bit of a taste of what Arbonne can give you, maybe a little bit of relief in your finances, maybe you have a little bit of extra money at the end of the month, maybe you've been able to heal your body, maybe you've been able to buy an extra pair of cleats for your son or daughter who play sports that you wouldn't have been able to do without Arbonne. Take that little piece of gift and say, what if I could give a pair of cleats to another family who couldn't afford them? What if I could give an extra hour or two to someone who really has no time to come up for air and breathe? You guys, it's not the big numbers in Arbonne. Building a dream team is important. And you guys, I have people on my team that have been district managers the whole time. They're just as important as someone who goes all the way to the top, because they've been able to attain a little bit about what the gift of Arbonne is, you guys. So building a dream team is huge, and it's up to you. You decide. But you have the gift of Arbonne, you have the culture of Arbonne, and you have, in my opinion, the best products out there in the marketplace to go out and offer people the ability to build a successful business while helping other people live a healthier life. And to me, that's what it takes. It's not being perfect. So I believe you guys can do anything you set your mind to, but you just have to go out and you have to give it away freely, and you have to hope for the best, not the worst. And you have to know that you are an ambassador for this brand and this company, and there's someone out there waiting desperately for you to open your mouth and say, I have an option for you. Would you like to hear it? And I would love for you to be on my team. So I'm done, Beth. I know you're a facilitator, but don't be afraid, you guys. Go out and give it away.